What up, guys? Back with another one. It is currently 11:01 p.m. on a Tuesday. Hope everybody's enjoying the evening. Let me just get the chat pulled up.
All right, lads. I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this
You gotta get
new
a
captain
screenshot.
promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
For amongst all the gentlemen of fortune sailing these West Indies, he ranks amongst the most clever. There was a time when I thought myself the deadliest scourge of these seas. But this man
That's a good one.
is a fearsome dog that feeds off trouble and turmoil. I seen him clear the deck
Of a Spanish galleon like it were nothing. Fighting like a devil, dressed as a man. And he's a canny one. Knows his way round every crag and crevice of these islands.
So if it's fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs. For there's more mystery to that man than even I dare ask.
Trying to get this part right here. It's perfect. Perfect screenshot. That's gonna make a perfect cover. I mean, a thumbnail image.
All right, lads. I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
For amongst all the gentlemen of fortune sailing these West Indies, he ranks amongst the most clever. There was a time when I thought myself the deadliest scourge of these seas. But this man is a fearsome dog that feeds off trouble and turmoil. I seen him clear the deck
Of a Spanish galleon like it were nothing. Fighting like a devil, dressed as a man.
Alright, we're good to go.
And he's a
Time
canny
to start pre-gaming.
Knows his way round every crag and crevice of these islands.
Cheers,
So if it's
guys.
fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs. For there's more mystery to that man than even I dare ask.
Yo, what up, Dippy Dippy? How you doing today? Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up real quick. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm doing a lot better now, and I appreciate the huggles. It was hot as shit today, so I just got in the car, started driving around, taking pictures. Smoked a doobie at a cemetery. Yeah. Took some pictures of the damage from the tornado. There were trees down, telephone poles down. Nice. Cheers. That tour ain't gonna NATO itself. This one's out in the middle of nowhere with a massive field. Massive field. If I had my 300mm zoom lens and my other camera, I could have zoomed in and took this picture, but there was a little doe or female deer. It was so far out that you couldn't even see it in all that green. It's like a bean field, and you could see this brown head popped up. It was very cute, but it was really far off, and there was no way I could get a picture. I actually got a picture, but you even zoomed in all the way, all it looks like is a black dot, a black and brown dot.
Thank you, monsieur.
You're welcome.
Oh, fuck. Let's stop. Oh shit, I got shot. Yeah, the health packs on here are you have to run away or not get hit. As far as I know, there isn't any. There's no healing except for running away and letting time pass. Yeah, they did. I did kick a few of them off. I got up on top of the building so I could try and kick them off. It's a good tactic. There's a slave being chased over here.
N'approche pas de moi.
Oh shit. There's a guy shooting at me. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I got shot by one of these guys. I'm gonna go get him. The fuck out of here. Oh no. I meant to push him off. Just let me go. Yeah, I heard him. The guy who was chasing him said, "I'm gonna chase you down and cut your balls off one by one." It's like, what the fuck, man? So descriptive. Not even just cut the balls off one by one. Cheers. Here we got some more to liberate over here. They'll just stand around and wait for their masters to come back if you don't liberate them.
My thanks. You are a good man. Trust in yourself. Michael! Michael!
Here comes another one. They gotta run away. See, he said it. See if you run again, you bleed out from that shit. Oh my. Oh, really? That's hilarious. She must have some headphones on or some shit. You must have this shit blasting to hear that. I'm gonna listen more carefully next time. Let's see if you're correct. Fucking A, man.
Get back here! You two must help your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, this is just part of the game. It's the DLC. I'm trying to complete the DLC. In this one, you're a black former slave. Um, you go around freeing slaves, and you also you own your own ship, and you take over slave ships and common denominator slaves. But anyways, yeah. The other part of Black Flag is like there's still slaves and everything, but it's not like the focal point of the game, you know?
Oh, mais comment est arrivé? C'était ma faute. Je vous demande pardon.
Mais à quoi joue-t-il? Va rejoindre son père.
Kids told you about DLC. That's hilarious. Well, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Some DLC content I've purchased, excuse me, that I'm able to still play to this day. For example, Dead by Daylight, you can pick your killers. You gotta pay real money, you know, to buy the microtransaction currency to get the killers, blah blah blah. Yeah, I've been playing that game since 2016. So I'd say that I got my money's worth. But most, you know, a lot of games you'll just be, you play the game and then you stop playing it. After you beat the game, I mean. I should have used that to begin with. Let me see if I can load it up. Load it up, load it up, load it up. Alright, here we go. Boom. 3. You can be an artist and not have a bad attention span. I can play the guitar and I can draw and paint. Um, I know how to do paper mache, pottery. Shit. If I were to just sit here and just name it all off, there would be a lot of stuff. But I liked the guitar, and guitar was something that I wanted to play when I was growing up as an early adult and a young teen. And wicked end move. I know, right? It was going in fucking cinematic mode. Yo, what up, Cuphead? Like one thing I've been trying to work on myself for the past, I don't know, it's at least been a couple years. I've been trying to work on being more empathetic and understanding, being less cynical, you know, uh, like, just like that. I also started researching and reading about all kinds of other stuff, all different religions, cultures and shit. Like I'm trying to like see the world from a big picture. Damn. Oh. Let's try the blunderbuss, shall we? Oh, it's not loaded. It's loaded now. No, it's not. Let's go, let's go, let's go. God, that was 4 or 5 of them in one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, there's another one back there. I don't know if it hit them though. Let's reload this bitch before we go back into battle. Yeah, because like, you know, I I'm Christian, right? But I'm not pushing Christianity on people. I'm not making people uncomfortable by talking about it. I'm straight, right? But I'm not flamboyantly straight, Giga Chad, talking big dick energy, all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? I want to be like, I don't know, considerate. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to be considerate of everybody. And it's something that really some people have to work on. I'd say some people don't even give it a second thought. They're probably like, yeah, that person deserved that. Yeah, that person's a piece of shit. What I say is what it is, it's like, but I'm trying to work on, you know. I'm looking at that sheath holding the machete in there, and I'm thinking to myself, how? How could that not, like, cut through that piece of leather? Look at that. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe Oh, it's a metal clamp on his belt. Oh, those are the birds, probably. The whistling. Alright, everybody's dead. Let's take this key off this guy. What up, Nathan? How you doing? Also, guys, feel free to pop in or out of the broadcast anytime. I'm just going to be here blazing, playing video games. I had to go all day without power, and I'm so ready to play and just have a few drinks and, you know, and just have fun. Like, it was hot as shit today. I made sure to stay hydrated.
You are very brave. Thank you for saving me.
You would do the same if you could.
Damn, I wasted a whole shot on that one dude. Let me see if I can't get another shot off him. No. Sleep dart. Sniper.
Quelle blague! Bien essayé! Mais tu es déjà mort!
Praise be to God you came along. Je t'en prie.
But, yeah. It does my heart good to know that you know Jesus. But like I said, I don't push my religion on anyone. I don't push my sexuality on anyone. Political views, any of that shit. I never push it on anyone. I think, just like everybody should be entitled to their opinion, even if it's really shitty. Because their opinion is going to be what reflects the character that you either decide to trust or decide to be distant from, you know? You don't want people just walking around thinking one thing and acting another way. Are the Sorry, I had to cough. Are they saying Parlia? Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm trying to free as many slaves as possible here. I'll look out for a word that's similar to that.
I will repay you somehow. Make your ancestors proud.
Parliament. Tornado free, shot probably 20, joint 5, and everyone is hiding from me. Locked in headphones, smoking. That's hilarious. Your objective analysis. Oh, fuck. Just burned my hand. Yeah, I probably need to put that out in the next couple of hits. Alright, I'm good. Full joint, blazed.
You know?
Taddy how? Blimey. There's an eagle eye up here. I don't know if I've gotten it yet. That's my ship over there. Nice. Feel free to pop in or out of the broadcast anytime. I'm gonna continue the main quest because it paused me and I had to save like 90 slaves. But now it's time to continue the main quest. And then I'm gonna get on the boat and we're gonna go fight people, which is the coolest part of the game. Assassin's Creed is cool and everything, but the pirate warfare on the boats, it's nothing else is really like it. Except for games that are clones. Like, I have this one called Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii. I need to stream that one again soon. Oh, okay. I thought you was saying you're gonna go play some music, but it's straight either way. It's a miscommunication. This game auto saves more than most modern games. In the bottom right hand corner it says saving like every 2 minutes or something. Look, they're selling those slaves there. See, that's how I get wrapped up in it. I don't go to the main quest line, because I've done saved like 200 and I was only supposed to save 90. Cheers.
You heard the doctor? Good condition. We only sell the... Thank you, monsieur. You deserve nothing less.
258 I have. I miscounted. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the main quest. Run with sword first, leave bombs. Be honest, I haven't even been using nearly my full arsenal. Like, check this out. I don't know what that guy is doing, but I've got the blunderbuss thing. I've got sleep darts, berserk darts that makes people just like fight anyone that's near them. Um, Firecrackers, it's for a distraction. Then we got the rope dart and smoke bombs. Let's try the rope dart. This one's cool. Which I'll pull him off the, well, I think I can hang him actually. Oh, I did it wrong. But yeah, you can hang people like that. I found some shit out about Lincoln that was really crazy. You know how I told you I was researching like everything, you know, pretty much everything. It felt like, well, Abraham Lincoln slept in the same bed with a dude for over 4 years. And before you jump to conclusions, which yeah, you should jump to conclusions after the next thing I'm gonna say. In his letters to his wife, he would say things. I forgot what he said. He would say at the end, but to this guy, he would say, "Only yours." He would write, "Only yours, Abraham Lincoln." His name, Josh, I forgot his last name. But he lived with this dude for 4 years, we know of for sure. Slept in the same bed with him. And then there's other instances of him sleeping in the same bed with a dude. I'm not judging him or anything. All I'm saying is that there's no way for me to even like partially know, because it was so far back in history. Anybody could have injected anything into anything, you know. There's another story about this guy who used to write negative things about him, not homosexual stuff. Nobody ever wrote anything like that about him, surprisingly. But someone said something about him not being, I don't know what the dispute was over, but he challenged him to a duel. And Abraham Lincoln tore off a tree branch, and he said that after he saw him tear off the branch, that he no longer wanted to duel. Pretty crazy, I thought. Because they're like about to take 10 paces, turn around and shoot at each other, like, but after he saw his strength, it's like he didn't want to anymore. Or maybe he was just a coward after all, I don't know. Abraham Lincoln sure wasn't, though. I'm sure the tree was just fine. It was just a branch. It probably topped it. Every time that the insurance companies go by the power lines and they shave all the trees, I think to myself, they're just topping it. It's gonna make this super top heavy thing that's gonna fall over for sure on the power lines next time it breaks. Like, how about you cut down, like, real far? Like, not all the way up there to where it's, you know. I gotta see if I have this spot. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's go to the quest. Spruce goose, just a long, hard tree. Did you know that there's a certain tree called a blue spruce? Oops. What's this I see? A little interracial relationship? Wait, is this guy black? No. I can't. Nah, he's not black. It seems like everybody's just having fun. Oh shit, look at this dude. Yeah, this guy right here, I'm pretty sure is fucking hammered. He's just sitting there continually, and that guy's like, I'm getting some good puss tonight, y'all. Liberate this puss. Alright, let's move on. Oh, you just got fish laying in the open here. A birthday cake. Oh no, that's a cheese wheel. Oh yeah, it could be. But they look black, and this is about freeing slaves, and I'm pretty sure this is a brothel, so yeah, they're black and Mexican. This lady is full on black though. I had to talk to her earlier.
Monsieur Adwele, the Mayon cause has made an ally of you. Augustin speaks highly of your help.
I do not know how much longer I'll be able to continue, but the Maroons are outstanding warriors. Augustin has provided me with everything I might need to get by until I return to my brothers.
I believe you owe me a parcel then.
Let me hold it a while longer, for safekeeping.
You are not a man of your word.
My word was perhaps. It stands.
How little you must think of me.
On the contrary, you have maintained your freedom among the French by the deft handling of your indispensable business. I respect you highly, but would be a fool to trust anyone so clever so soon.
What a keen eye and sweet tongue you have. Since you cannot provide me with the one thing I truly desire, I hope to compel you to demonstrate some respect by some other means.
I would consider it.
Trying to get a
I
screenshot
need a
of old
careful
bro
and
here
observant man
for
to
the next
investigate the
thumbnail
Gouvernement.
image.
I must know what distracts him, and why he enforces the Code Noir ever more strictly. The lives of the slaves depend on it.
I share your curiosity. I'll pay you this favor for the slaves.
Perhaps there is some honor in you yet. You will need a disguise. Please, change into these.
Yeah, you know a cheese wheel is worth like $1,000, and that was back when Mario Batali, I believe it was, did the thing with the cheese wheel.
What do you mean by this indignity?
Now it's probably
Do you mean to say you were
$3,000.
captured?
Indignity. Do you hold your enslaved brothers in such low esteem?
Do you hold any man in high esteem? Or are we all pawns to you?
You should be so lucky. There is no trick. It is only that, well, the Gouverneur de Fayette will host a soirée soon. And imagine, I am not invited. The excess of the occasion calls for an abundance of supplies to be delivered to his mansion. That's where you come in. With your crate, you will blend in with the men delivering the goods. Once on the grounds, you can spy on the good Gouverneur.
Will the overseers not notice one man extra? Or are you simply unconcerned for my well-being?
I've never met an overseer who could tell two slaves apart. Nevertheless, be careful.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It does
Since you
depend
are
on
as
the
bright
cheese.
as you-
But I don't think they make wheels of mozzarella. No, I'm just joking. I'm sure they do, but I mean, like, most wheels. Let me just Google it right now. It's got to be like at least a couple $100. What's the cheapest amount for a wheel of cheese? Oh. Artisan wheel, okay. What is the cheapest amount for an artisan wheel of cheese? $30 to $40. Mini wheels, medium wheels, large traditional wheels. See, this is how we learn, Angel. We ask questions. I don't know. I'm just joking. To the Israel-owned AI so that they can tell us what the answer is. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so a medium wheel is 1 to 2. A medium wheel is 1 to 2 pounds. $30 to $55. Medium wheel, mini wheel, those 1 to 2 pounds. Medium wheel, 5 to 10 pounds. $90 to $200. Now this is the one that I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure that you're thinking of too. And yes, I love the Laughing Cow. I love all the cheese wheels, the little mini cheese wheels. But 20 to 90 pounds, $395 to $2,000 plus dollars. Some quarter wheels of imported Parmesan Reggiano go for like a lot, it says. But you're right, though. The cheese type definitely changed it. But, and it says what's available for the mini wheels, the medium wheels, and the large wheels. Well, the medium wheel would be 90 to 200. you could get young pecorino or domestic tom. I might be pronouncing that wrong. No, I'm not going in no whole damn cheese wheel. I've got enough cheese. I got sharp cheddar cheese. I got baby Swiss. And, I mean, if I want Havarti, whatever I want, I can get it sliced. Right now, what we have to worry about is fresh, not fresh, but bagged lettuce, bagged cilantro. Like, there's a parasite, a single cell parasite. It's crazy. I was just talking to my doctor about it today. I was like, did you hear that there's a single cell parasite and that it's causing everybody to have diarrhea? And she's like, yes. Thank God I haven't got it yet, but I know I've heard the thing about dandelions. I'm skeptical. There's people that are like turmeric and stuff like that, but I found out, I mean, like, I didn't find out because I didn't do it, but even if you just do edibles, right, your body has to process all of that when you eat that. Your liver is responsible for breaking down all of the cannabinoids and stuff, and your pancreas and all that. You don't like fruit? Holy shit. How can you not like cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew, a bunch like strawberries and a strawberry shortcake, a hot fudge sundae with all the delicious. You got the pineapple scoop in there, the strawberry scoop, you got the nuts and cherries and all that. Is a melon a veggie? Last time I checked the dictionary, it said that a fruit was a seed-bearing plant. But it could have changed for sure. I've seen that. So like a squash, for example, it's a seed-bearing plant. You would think of that as a vegetable, right? But a tomato, for example, this is the best example. Tomatoes are usually, people think, oh, that's a vegetable. Definitely a fruit, classified as a fruit.
You will figure it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Here they come. Join the line. Be careful.
Trying to get some screenshots. That sounds like superstition, and I don't let superstition bother me. I'm not gonna say that I don't believe in superstition.
Who are you? A friend?
But I'm saying that the more that you believe in it, the more that it affects you.
You will get us all killed.
Like, for example, people are like, yeah, you break a mirror, you're going to have bad luck for 8 years or 7 years or whatever it is. For me,
You are too complacent.
it's definitely not true. But for someone who really believes in that shit, yeah, it's probably, might actually happen. I don't know.
Chers messieurs. All right, enough socializing. Back to work. Grounds must be fit for a king when my guests arrive.
There's other examples too, you know. They're like, hey, don't jinx it. And I'm like, it doesn't matter about any fucking jinx. Whether like, I'll say something like, well, yeah, at least the power hasn't went out. Like, hey, yeah, don't jinx it. I've always, no matter what it is, hey, we haven't gotten sick yet, and there's like a virus going around. Hey, don't jinx it. For me, it just, it doesn't do the same thing, you know?
Friend, does the guard change often? As often as night moves today. If you are a friend, prove it, blood.
I believe that luck, you know, it's truly destiny. You could call it luck if you wanted to, but it's your destiny. I think you'll find that you'll fail many times more than you'll actually succeed. I used to bet on UFC fights, and I won 10 out of 12 bets, and they were big bets, like hundreds of dollars and shit. But just losing 2 times was enough for me to realize I need to stop gambling. I lost $375 on a female fight, and now I know, but I didn't know back then. I don't know why. I was just being dumb and arrogant and thought, you know, it was just going to be an easy payout like the rest of them. And this girl got elbowed in the nose and split her nose open, and blood was like shooting out everywhere. Big gash on her nose. They called the fight. And she quit UFC. She's an Instagram model now. Which she only does modeling when people ask her to. She mostly just does her vlogging thing. She already had money before she ever went into UFC. But not like she's like well off, I would say, but not like super rich. She's from the country of Georgia. I want to send you her picture real quick. Not picture, but like her account thing, you know? So you can see what I'm talking about. Liana, Georgia. Looks like she's found her a boyfriend too. Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, I don't really know of her. I'm assuming she's like a OnlyFans model or something. Isn't that girl who got $7 million just for talking to a married man and having long conversations with him? No, that's Sophie Rain. That's the OnlyFans song I'm thinking of. Well, she made millions of dollars just off of that. So, it is stupid, but like as soon as she turned 18, she She flipped it over, did all the things. Yeah, so where is this? Share this profile to Angelfish. Do you have an Instagram? Oh yeah, is she the one that like pointed at the person? That one was pretty funny. My bad. I'll just chill with that. Long story short, gambling does not pay off. Even though I still came out ahead, I got out of it because I understood that, you know, all it takes is one mess up. And never bet on female fights because they will call it as soon as the woman starts bleeding, they will call it. And yeah, it's nothing to be betting money on. It's less, if you bet, at least bet smart about it. I don't even know how you bet smart. All somebody has to do is cut you with an elbow, and literally the ref is going to stop, say, we need to look at it. Oh, it's a bad gash. We got to stop the fight. Like, what the fuck? I just bet $375 on that shit. You ain't stopping the fight. You better get that bitch into an arm bar like you normally do and fucking finish it. You're on a 7-win streak. Like, what the fuck? She was even begging them. She was begging them to not end it, the fight, and she did end up crying, which totally understandable because she let a lot of people down, maybe let herself down. But now that I'm not worried about this $375 or anything, it was a learning experience, you know. I wish the best for her, obviously. Well, I agree with you, but you should probably keep that shit to yourself unless you're talking to only a man. Because I think it was the 14th Amendment that made it to where enslaved people, which women are like they were enslaved people, anyone who's had their rights revoked. So if I'm correct, black men could vote before women could, if I'm correct. But I'm just saying, you're right, but you might want to watch out who you say that to, because not everybody is happy to hear you say it. It's so funny. And liberal women are like unhinged and will kill you nowadays. So yeah, you have to be very careful. Like, you might think, oh, I'm hot shit, I can handle myself. They will just stab you in the neck when you're not even looking. Like alright, my bad. Oh shit. This is a total stealth one. Damn straight. Yeah. I don't know if you watch any of that Ewu shit, Explore with Us, or any of those crime psychology channels. Jim Can't Swim, any of that shit. But the motives for why people do things, it doesn't make any sense. They've got to be full on retarded. Like, I just did a deep dive research on this dude. I forgot his name. I think it's Robert. He asked this couple if they needed any handiwork done around the house. Then they said yes, and he was there doing the handiwork. Then he stabbed both of them, and he left. And then the video is the interrogation of him. Interrogation, they use a soft word and they say it's a police interview, a voluntary police interview, where you end up slipping up and saying something, and then they keep on making you slip up and say something. You know, it's like the liar's loop. Yo, what up, KQ? How you doing? We are learning humans. But yeah, that is... You want me to link it? I'll link it if you want me to, but I know that this is like, it's dark content and it's not for everybody. So, yeah. But it's basically, it's fairly relaxing. Like, you hear about the initial crime, you know, he stabbed the couple after doing some yard work for them for a couple of days, and then he did whatever else he did and left, and then they apprehend him, and then you get to hear like him babble on and say all kinds of weird shit for like an hour. I don't know, they might have cut it down, but an hour reduced into some really good criminal. Oh, you already did? Nice. Oh, they go live. I'm not subscribed to them. It just gets recommended to me. So, yeah, I don't watch that shit live. I want to take my time with it. If I had to shut it off and come back to it or whatever. Cheers, you guys. I could make a public playlist of some of the wildest cases, and they don't have to be the goriest, you know? Like, I could make a gore playlist, I could make a unhinged playlist. And what I mean by unhinged is like just doing some shit you never would have thought somebody would have done. Not like sexual gratification, because that is predictable to me, or you know, stuff like that. But I mean like some really weird shit. There's this one guy who was obsessed about cutting off certain limbs of his body, and he kept getting more and more of his body cut off by these underground surgeons. And I'm just like, that is like some beyond fucked up shit, man. Like, what is going on in that dude's head? It's a severe case of body dysmorphia. You're a fun friend too. I appreciate you chilling with me. Alright, we need to do a total stealth on this. Is this motherfucker climbing up here? Get the fuck off of the building. There's lots of different ways to do it, but I'm sure you already know about all the different ways. No, I have to mark them for my other slaves, because other slaves are going to help me. That's why it says it's telling me to do it. See, it wears off for some of them. But anyways, like liquefying the body in acid. In Mexico, they have these mass graves that they've found where they liquefy the bodies and then they pour them down into big, massive pits. And they've found 30,000 or more people in one pit. And the way that they're able to tell how many people it is because of the teeth. The teeth don't dissolve. And of course, the hip bone doesn't dissolve as easily. But that shit can be ran through a grinder. And then there's the hog pit people who run it through the what is it? The tree shredder or whatever, and they run it through that over a hog pit. A hog will basically eat anything, including bones and everything. So if you've shredded them up that finely, a hog will actually eat it. So yeah, I've heard about that instance almost as many times as the acid instance. It's disturbing, to say the least. Fucking A. Stupid bell. Oh my god, this mission is hard as shit. And then there's me with the creativity that holds no bounds. And I'm thinking, like, But best case scenario, nobody has their phone on them, no witnesses. You fly up in a helicopter and throw this person off into a volcano. Of course, of course, there could be contact DNA on anything. Like, when I was a kid, that's what I thought, like, perfect crime. And maybe it was in the 70s or 80s, throw somebody in a volcano. Absolutely nobody's going to know about that, except for your helicopter driver, which, like I said, one witness, no witnesses. And, like, yeah, it's easier said than done. My bad, 1 second. Walmart Plus is sending me shit saying there's a delivery coming. My God, this guy's slow.
Arrête-toi!
I don't have any of my supplies on me. Like, damn. You're right, though. Who uses bells? Well, the cell phone data and all that is what gets everyone, so it don't matter what happens. Most people that are going around, they have a phone, unless you've dedicated your entire life to committing a crime, and even then, they're going to look at you and go, so, you haven't had a phone for 6 months to a year. You know, it's an essential part of, like, you know, congregating, planning things, you know, ordering things. I don't know. It's just, it would be really hard. And they're even able to tell what activity that you're doing. So you could have the phone, you could leave it at your house, then go do the crime, come back and say, oh yeah, I was just chilling all night, you know? And they would be able to see that your phone did not match the story that you said. It's really crazy. You never disappear someone. I know, right? Because we would all be caught, because that's literally how good the evidence is. I've seen this one guy. He did not have any evidence on him, and he went to work that day. But what he did was, if you look at it with deductive reasoning, he worked at a biohazard, like, mine. I don't know what it is. It's a landfill, except it has like biohazard shit in it, like the worst shit that you can possibly breathe in, You know, there's no way if you throw something in there, you're getting it out. Anyways, supposedly he disposed his wife's body in there. Well, they would not leave him alone, continually asking him. You know, finally he said, I did it. I did it. If you guys will leave me alone, I will say it right now. I did it. And that is pretty crazy. They convicted him. And yeah, he's still in prison, I think. Or dead. Damn. I'm out of beer. Huh. I'm just saying, with all of the evidence, you're more likely to get caught now than ever before in history. Oh wow, I can take some stuff off this guy. Nice. Let's take some stuff off the next guy. Not just CCTV, flock cameras, and like I said, doorbell cameras. Oh, my life. He's about to ring it. Like, let's say you went, you did the crime, you came back, it went off without a hitch. Nobody saw it. It was out in the middle of the woods. There's still going to be cameras showing your vehicle leaving certain parts of the highway, leaving certain roads. It is insane. There's no way to get away with it. Damn near no way to get away with it. Which makes me feel a little bit, well, it doesn't make me feel safer, but my pistol makes me feel safer, but at least there will be no mystery, no stone unturned. In the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s, genetic DNA testing was getting its baby legs. Bro, this stupid fucking bell, oh my goodness. Yeah, me too. I've been talking my head off for the past hour. I'm so fucking under the influence, it's ridiculous. Well, it's not that bad because I'm not like having respiratory distress and oh shit. Yeah. I can't, it's not like I can't think clearly. But I'm definitely buzzing, I will say that. Fuck. How do they ring the bell so quickly? No, I'm saying that I'm not experiencing any respiratory distress. I'm under the influence, but I don't have any asphyxiation or respiratory distress. I would consider someone who is abusing alcohol or substance to be, having that. So, a lot of people, that I'm close to, they're like, Jay, how are you able to, like, how are you able to do, what you do and everything's cool and you got good blood tests and good kidney enzymes and all that. And all I can say is microdose, microdose, microdose. No, but like a little bit of everything is good. No, not everything, but a little bit of maybe like several things is good. That's one thing I never picked up. I used to keep a pack of cigs so that I could bribe people, and I used to smoke a cigarette just to make people feel like I was not a, normal civilian. I'm like more edgy. Like, look at me, I'm gonna invade everybody else's fucking air, and I'm gonna light up this cigarette. It's a basically It's basically the equivalent of me lighting up a joint, except it's legal. So, yeah. To me, it was always a sign of disrespect unless people wanted to smoke. So, yeah, I would keep a pack just to bribe people because everybody would use all the cigarettes before the night was over with. And they would be sitting there, like fiending for a cigarette. And I'd be like, they're like, hey man, you got a cigarette? I give them a cigarette. I'd have a whole pack. They'd be like, got another cigarette? You smoke the second cigarette. And then they're like, this is the last one, bro, and I promise I'm going to get you back. Promise. Can I get a cigarette off you, please? Every time I give them the cigarette. But it's worth it in the end because next time they have something that's actually worth something, like maybe some, anything that is actually hard to find and good, if you know what I mean, I can say, remember how many cigarettes I gave you? How about you give me like a couple of those? Yeah. I need to go to my shop. Forget about this. I don't need to kill any of them. All I have to do is make it to the mansion. So let's not fight them, and let's just try and go to the mansion. Roof to roof. Well, it's only one building, so there should be an opening somewhere around here. This balcony looks promising.
The expedition will cost more than our initial calculations suggested.
I heard you gave Bastian's girl a jewel worth more than half the fleet. Does this account for the missing funds?
Stay in range. Okay, go up. Drop down. Wow. Alright. I know what I'm doing now, at least. We're gonna make it right to them. Oh, we got a checkpoint. Nice.
The expedition will cost more than our initial calculations suggested.
I heard you gave Bastian's girl a jewel worth more than half the fleet. Does this account?
The science of navigation is expensive.
I dare say it is. If you measure every fathom in perfume and silk.
No suitable Spanish vessel is available. Could we not use a French ship?
Are you trying to start a war? A treaty between our nations is fragile.
Oh shit.
Thank you for the offer, but I have an expensive colony to govern.
Looks like the grass is
Volume
the
of
best
slaves
bet.
on board, I'd have thought you'd have gold to spare.
Even free labor is not free, my friend. Slaves are expensive.
No! Oh my god. Please tell me I got a good checkpoint. After I get out of this one, we'll go into the naval combat. You'll be able to see what the ship is like. It's so much fun. Bro, what the fuck?
No suitable Spanish vessel is available. Could we not use a French ship?
Are you trying to start a war? A treaty between our nations is fragile.
We go down in history if we refuse to supply the funds and the ship.
Thank you for the offer, but I have an expensive colony to govern.
With the volume of slaves you import, I'd have thought you'd have gold to spare.
Even free labor is not free, my friend. Slaves are expensive to replace. The poor beasts expire before they can reproduce.
Even your slave ships would benefit from improved navigation. Fewer accidents.
Now that is interesting.
Alright. We got it. We got all the information we need. Wow. This ancestor did not kill civilians. How's that that's a fucking civilian? More like a slave owner. No. Alright, I need to kill the overseer. That's what the mission objective is. Thanks. Alright, here we go. I gotta turn around, actually. I think that's the branch that has... Oh, shit. Alright, I killed the overseer. Now liberate the slaves. Okay. Oh shit. Is that guy ringing the bell? No! You stupid piece of shit. I have no blade, so... Damn. He hit me. Viva Revolution! My God. And they shot me. Alright, hopefully I get a good checkpoint. Ninja mode, dude, the guy's tiptoeing through the fucking water. What's he tiptoeing for? Tell me that. It sure ain't because his feet aren't calloused as fuck and he's stepping on sharp rocks. It sure ain't because the water is so cold that he has to tiptoe through it. He's a former slave, damn it. I refuse to believe. Let's see. Ghost of Pirates Pass. 1 second. Excuse me. Excuse me. They can't swim. Days until the 3rd. How many days until the 3rd? 12 days. 24. Okay. I'm gonna do some more of these, because why not? Clonazepam. I just got upped on my prescription today. My doctor told me she was retiring in December, and I said, well, I feel like you've always been a really awesome doctor to me. And I was like, I was asking about pain clinics because people in my family need referrals to pain clinics, not the people who give the Suboxone, methadone, all that weird shit, Subutex. They need actual pain relief like Lortab, Percocet, hydrocodone, oxycodone, you know, the codeine, any of the normal stuff. Anyways, I had a full conversation with her. I was like, I didn't say it like this, but I was like, congratulations on your retirement, because she's like a grandma now, you know? But I said, can you up my meds, my Klonopin? And she was like, first let me type it into the computer. And she's like walking me through how they do it. if you word it in a certain way, you can get 3 milligrams a day. Like if you say a half a milligram 3 times daily as needed, or 6 times daily as needed, then it's totally fine. But if you say 3 milligrams, daily, then the Fed, they're not cool with it. I'm like the benzo king. I take benzos all the time, every day, all the time. And I know I've heard all the things. Benzo is the only drug that you can stop abruptly and die off the withdrawals. Well, I've stopped it cold turkey plenty of times and not died off the withdrawals. So I'm living proof of that. I mean, it may be true for some people, but not me. Massive amounts of it and little tiny amounts of it, Well, alcohol is actually a lot more toxic than benzos because benzos are not an asphyxiant, so they don't cut off your oxygen to your brain. And then I know I drink 3 beers a day, 3 16-ounces on top of everything else, but it really kicks shit off. What is it? Benzos are not an asphyxiant. They're really good for managing anxiety, but they're habitual. You'll use them just to forget about your current problems. Let's say you got an appointment coming up. Let's say we got whatever going on. It's easier to just pop a benzo than it is to actually think and dread on it. Wow. Look at this stupid jackass ringing the fucking bell. Oh my god, this guy's about to ring it too. Well, Vicodin is hydrocodone, so it's pretty much what I was talking about. I can choose to kill this guy if I want to. Let's loot him. I remember earlier. Oh no. Oh my god. That guy died. Okay. If you kill 2 civilians, then they send you back. I'm assuming these guys are civilians.
Ça va me faire.
Like if I killed this guy, I'm pretty sure that they would end the mission. You shut the fuck up, bitch. You want me to come over there and choke you? I'm just joking. That's the type of toxic, the toxic masculinity and the toxic straightness that I'm talking about. Like, it definitely does not benefit anybody. I'm trying to not be that person every single day. I don't ever have any desire to be like that, so it's fine. It's not very hard to keep from doing it. Oh shit. Alright, we killed the overseer.
Attends là, ta mort approche.
Oh my god, 4 people. I'm just running, fuck it.
Attendez.
Fuck. Oh my god, they're shooting at me. I'll find a hiding spot. Just 1 second.
Ne le laissez pas s'enfuir. Oh, des puissants.
Ow.
On va le faire. Là, attrape-le, vite. Restez à cette route, il va s'activer. Bloquez-le. Ne laissez pas sortir les asticots. Où est-ce qu'il a pu passer? Bon, où est-ce qu'il me filera pas entre les doigts? Plus vite, les gars!
Alright, I think I got him this time.
Pour rester planqué ici.
What the fuck? Let me break this fucking guy's neck real quick. Jump back in here.
On va s'être caché par ici. La mort a frappé. Qu'est-ce qui a pu se passer ici?
Roof to roof. The roof. The roof. The roof is on fire.
Retourne d'où tu viens, animal. Tu auras moins de chance la prochaine fois.
The music isn't helping the anxiety. That's hilarious. Dead by Daylight is like that. I don't know if you actually look at any of my Dead by Daylight clips, but I have some really funny highlights on there. You play as a serial killer, like, I don't know, it's fun, I don't know. It's annoying at the same time, though. Alright, I think they're all gone, guys. Yo, what up, Colt? We made it.
Alors, what have you learned?
The governor's overconfident. Despite his guard, I could have ended him with my bare hands. He would have deserved it. What makes you believe you need him?
I keep my friends close, and my enemies closer. Which camp are you in? Will you tell me what you have learned? Who distracts him?
A bold-faced scientist, Godin, hounds the governor for funds. Something about an expedition navigation.
Also, you know how you was saying how he had bad, how he didn't have good teeth?
Network turned against me.
His teeth are just fine. So is this woman's. It doesn't look bad at all.
I admit, as a man of the sea, the science of navigation.
He's not missing any teeth. None of them are chipped. I mean, like, he's got scars all over his face, but
as you wish.
Objectively speaking, I can't even say, you know, that it's bad. They're not even slightly yellowing. I'm serious, like, it's gotta be something different because it's not that. This ain't it, baby. No. And for a slave, his teeth look great. We got another mission, let's do it. Oh man, I tried to tell you about this the other night and you said you didn't say shit. You just left after you dropped a shot emoji. I'm like, bro, you might like this game. Alright, so the whole game is called Black Flag. But this part that I'm playing is a DLC called Freedom Cry. And basically you go around freeing slaves. I'm not saying you would want to play this or you wouldn't want to play this, but I found it pretty fun. You get to command your own ship, your own crew. Every slave that you, I know this is crazy to say, but every slave that you save becomes a part of your pirate crew. Basically your own slave. But like, and then there's the main game. And there's another DLC. So yeah, it is pretty fun actually. It's not bad at all. And also, the game is called Assassin's Creed Black Flag. If you get the resynced version, which is the version that just came out, was remade, you won't get any of the DLC content. You won't get Freedom Cry, you won't get Eveline DLC, you won't get any of the costume DLC, or the cosmetic DLC. Excuse me. I pulled this save file from 2015. Yeah, I started this game in 2015 and I just never finished it. So, yeah, here we are now. Like 11 years later. I recommend it. It's not cultural appropriation though, because they wouldn't refer to them as slaves in a woke society, you know, and they wouldn't do this type of gameplay in a woke environment. They wouldn't allow there to be slaves. They wouldn't allow them to be liberated. You know, it's like they would be Kangs and Quains and shit, you know. You know what I mean? I know you're just kidding. Mostly. One second. I gotta blow my nose. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, it is a child thing. Some of us, we don't ever let the child die inside of us. You know, we're just adult children. And we are, you know, enjoying our video games, our cartoons, and all that. And, Xbox is gay as fuck. If you haven't upgraded from an Xbox, you probably don't deserve to even be playing games. Get a fucking new system. Like, I'm playing this on my PS5 and PS4 compatibility mode. So I'm able to enjoy the PS4 games, you know, from my PS5. On Xbox, it's not like that. You can't just enjoy the previous Xbox games on your new Xbox because it's not backwards compatible. That's just one of the many things. It's okay if you're old. It's okay if you're getting older, you know. Video games don't have to be this super challenging, hard thing. You can find things that you really like, and that's the important thing. Test out different games that you like, right? And when you find something you like, just stick with that. I know you say you don't care for PlayStations, but how many have you owned in your life? Because I've owned plenty of Xboxes. There's an Xbox integrated into my phone, my PC, upstairs, downstairs, my TV, upstairs, downstairs. So basically, Xbox is an app. It's not even worth buying a console over. That's my whole thing with it. Yard pong. Sounded interesting. And you've said the same thing over and over. You're like, I'm gonna stop gaming. I'm gonna stop gaming. Well, just stop talking about it and just stop gaming. Because I'm never gonna stop gaming. I'll be 90 years old with rheumatoid arthritis and barely able to move my hands. And I'll still be able to game. Because I've always loved it through my whole life. I love technology, you know, it's fun. A game is basically kind of like a movie that you interact with. It's like an interactive movie. And I love the games that have multiple endings too. Alright, we got a new mission. Let's do it.
Bastien, I feared we lost you to the bitterness of depression.
Never. Those arrogant men cannot cut me out of my own network. The cost is too great for the slaves.
And for your pride.
What does it matter? So long as I
That's gonna be a good one, I think.
work for their freedom.
Whatever has inspired it, I'm glad.
I'm trying to
you're
get
the
that big
fight
ass
back in
turban
yours.
out of the picture.
How can I help?
This shit looks
The
embarrassing.
scientist, Godin. What is his full purpose here? Can you find that out?
Whatever secrets he carries, I will uncover.
Start with the harbor master. He sees everyone who comes and goes. He should have kept me informed.
Well, that's fine then, bro. I don't hate you for that, you know. I know people have things that they like. I guess you don't smoke weed, right? Even though you like cigars. If I gave you a cigar filled with weed, it would blow your mind. But yeah, I understand you like stogies. if you're stoned, then that means I need to get more stoned because I've already taken enough stuff to make me not as stoned anymore. You said you like the old school stuff? I will do a stream, just for you, if you want me to. I have this thing called Antstream Arcade. It's all retro games. So I can search up any retro game you want. Whether it's Nintendo, Atari, you name it, it's on there. I'm rolling up a joint real quick. Yes, weed smells. I'm very aware of that. You got to get past that part. Crack open a beer and take a smell of it and tell me if it smells or not. Or crack open a bottle of whiskey, take a whiff of it, tell me if it smells or not. All that shit smells. Oh God, have a cheesecake? That doesn't sound like it would go well. Damn. Johnny, how's it going? I'm gonna break up some of this Delta 8. Wait, no, it's not Delta 8. THCA. I'll break up some of this THCA in the grinder. It's a fat ass rock. And then we're gonna put some flour in there too. Nice, bro. That sounds delicious. If you want the link, it's called Smoky Mountain CBD. But they don't just sell CBD products. They also sell THCA, which, as you know, that is THC. All you have to do is add fire to it, and it drops the A, and it becomes THC. Damn, this looks good. I see a big ass rock of THCA though. I'm gonna take this shit out. Put that back in the container. THCA and Delta 8 are not bad. I would recommend THCA over Delta 8 though. It just has a wider spectrum. That shit's hilarious, bro. It sounds like, I mean, like, I'm not trying to shit on your story. I'm sorry for what you went through, but it reminds me of, what is that? Not Resident Evil, Red Dead Redemption 2, the French Quarter. Like, there's a bunch of black people living in it, but it's the French Quarter. I don't know. Do you want me to stream something else, bro? Anybody who wants me to stream something else, either go to the community tab and vote on what I should stream next, because I have a couple posts, and then I have the one talking about what I should stream next. Or just put it in chat. That's okay. You can do whatever you want. You see how there's 7 people in here right now? There's 3 people talking. 2 people, 3 people talking. Lurking is like one of the biggest things on my channel. And I tell people I do not hate them for that. I do not think any different for them for that. When you come into somebody's YouTube chat, they expect you to have a full-on conversation with them. It's like calling somebody on the phone. And if they expect even more, they'll be like, "You aren't gonna leave before I stop the stream, are you? You aren't gonna, like, skip out on me, are you?" Trauma dumping and bullshit. It's like, I can totally see why people lurk. Like, people have fucking lives. They gotta, do things. Multi-hour streams are just not practical for a normal person. Luckily for me, I'm not a normal person. Cheers, you guys. Oh yeah, and thank you for coming in, Johnny. Also, guys, if I could just ask you to go to my community tab and vote, and also comment on my recent pictures, because I took a picture of my tomatoes, and I had purple Cherokee, I had chocolate covered cherry, and I had red night bell peppers, Mr. Stripey, lots of different strains of vegetables and fruit. So if you could drop a comment on that, and also vote and on what game I should play next. Cheers.
qu'elle débute.
Un esclave qui s'enfuit. Get back here! I'm desperate! Stop where you are! And you will be rewarded handsomely. Only the best merchandise here.
Wow, my bad if I coughed in the mic. I was just switching the mute on and off.
Good to hear. These beasts are in perfect physical condition. Ah, tu ne peux plus t'enfuir, rends-toi! Patience, les gars, on a l'avantage!
There's a shooter.
Si vous le pouvez! Ensemble, les gars! Bloquez tout ici!
Mais qu'est-il arrivé ici?
Oh, je n'aime pas ça.
Alright. Rest well. I appreciate you. And also, if you find yourself with a case of insomnia, and I'm on another game or something, you want to come in and chill, feel free. You're always welcome here. Not normal over here, Johnny. What's not normal? Love you too, Angel. You're a cutie. And yes, you are a blabbering face sometimes, but it's very cute.
Ça, ce n'est jamais bon signe. Oh non, ça recommence.
I'm definitely a blabbering face sometimes. A lot of times. Mostly on stream though. In real life, I don't say shit.
One day, stranger.
You deserve nothing less.
I just go about my life. I try not to fuck with people. And I hope that they try not to do the same with me. Because, you know,
C'était mon
I
frère.
carry a weapon and stuff.
We, as the citizens of Port-au-Prince, have the great honor of hosting a grand expedition from France over the next few days.
This is my only problem with, like, normal, right? As time goes on, some things that were not normal become normal. And some things that were normal become abnormal. Like, for example, marrying anyone under 18 years age. I know they have some states where you can marry 16 years age, but back in the 1930s and further back, you could marry a girl like 13 years, 11 years, but that's still not as bad as like India. India has it to where I don't even think there's a limit. They have 9-year age marriages. They have 13, you name it. It's terrible. So, what is normal and what is not normal? If we look at the stories in the Bible and we look at the stories in the Quran and we look at the stories at the medieval times and even the 1800s, 1700s, arranged marriages are very normal. And by normal I mean is it happened all the time and nobody blinked an eye. Nobody made a fuss. You know, that's what I mean by normal. I'm not saying that it's morally ethic. Yes, Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. And she was a third cousin. Which, in the grand scope of things, it isn't that. I'm not condoning that by any means, but it's not as bad as marrying your second or your first cousin. You're much more likely to have a stillborn baby, or stillborn is one of the most common things with incest. And if you do have the baby, then it comes out with some genetic fucked up thing. No, it's not normal. But like I said, I want you to define normal. Arranged marriages. Let's just say that for a second. Arranged marriages were very normal back in the day. Right? Normal as meaning it commonly happened and nobody thought any different. Not the young woman who got married, not the husband who found the father. None of it. Nobody ever thought of it. They thought, good thing that I got this rich person to marry my daughter, because now we can combine our wealth and really make something happen. Just like slavery, it was normal at some point. It's like the word overrated, right? You define the word overrated. Grand Theft Auto, overrated, absolutely. That doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means that a lot of people have rated it. So when you say normal, You know what I mean? When you say normal, I mean, that means to me, like, what commonly happens. Whether it's morally correct or it's morally incorrect. It's what, in that time period, is happening. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna... That's deep. No. I'm like a fucking philosopher nowadays, smoking pot, sitting for fucking hours and thinking about shit. No. like the Amish people. This is a great example. The more that you know about different societies, the more that you learn about stuff, the more that you understand. In Amish societies, for example, they are allowed to marry their third cousin because they don't think that it's bad. And they think it's better to marry an Amish person than it is to marry outside. Second and first cousins are absolutely forbidden. And that's because I'm sure they know about the rate of stillborn and deformed babies. But you look at a race like Palestine. Palestine has an incest rate of 80%. Somalia has an incest rate of 70 to 80%. A lot of these races have an incredibly high incest rate. That's because they breed amongst themselves and they fuck first and they ask questions later. Like, people who make jokes about Kentucky, yeah, there might be some isolated cases, or Tennessee or Florida, but it's nothing compared to these countries that do what they do. That they're breeding within their own gene pool. The Mormons too. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta grab another beer. Alright, I'm back. Damn, that took entirely too long. I had to piss like a Russian racehorse. I took the trash out. Put a new trash bag in, obviously. I just recently had some plumbers work on my sink. It is so good right now. They had to auger down 75 feet, they said, which is crazy to me. I was trying to use a snake on it, thinking I could do something. What's normal, like what's good in your culture? Like your own society and timeline. Yeah. I need another drink for this conversation. No, I mean, like, for me, it's very clear what is morally and not morally sound. Like, for example, this is a hard decision. I'm just going to use it as an example. Let's say your girlfriend got pregnant with another man's child, or your yeah, your fiance. Shit, not even your fiance. I don't know. Me, as a cold-hearted person, I would say that is your responsibility and leave. But a more empathetic person would say, I'm gonna raise the child as my own. Now, what's morally just? I don't have the answer for that, because it's a matter of perspective. It's not moral, but it's considered being real, like being a realist, being a realist. Like, what's really going to happen? This person isn't going to get a job. I'm going to end up having to pay for this child that isn't mine. They're probably going to go back to the person and fuck them again. The person's probably going to show up at my house and try and kill me. Like, fuck no. Use some deductive reasoning. It may not be the moral decision, but it's the right decision. I mean, it may not be the right decision either, or the moral decision, but it is the smart decision. Yeah, that show Cheaters was hilarious. I forgot all about that.
Thank you. We know there is still much work to be done.
You too must help your brothers and sisters.
Let me check the poll after I do this quest.
La garde le voit, je ne veux pas chercher sa peau. Idiot! Tu te racontes de toute la femme! Il n'écrit pas respirer!
So far, it's had 8 people vote on it and like 4 likes or 3 likes. I'm like, why even vote if you're not gonna like it? You must fucking hate me. If you really, you wanna like, I imagine if it's someone who hates me, that they vote for the thing that is the stupidest decision, which I didn't make any stupid decisions on what we should play. And or the least picked or something, I don't know.
You are very
It's a
brave.
bunch of
Thank
obscure
you.
games,
We can only put a stop to this by helping each other.
except for Quake 1. Quake 1 is not an obscure. Oh, I drew too much attention. Oh well. Probably Quake. Nice. Let me look at the vote real quick.
Je n'ai pas envie de payer ce drame bateau.
Ma mère s'occupe de la firme des marais. Ça fait une semaine.
So we have 3 ties. Quake 1, Slitterhead, and Dust. I guess I'm gonna share it again.
J'aime bien ce code noir. C'est bien choisi.
L'argent que nous avons placé dans le commerçant et passé devrait nous permettre d'acheter des choses. Vous voulez quelque chose?
There we go. Because right now it's at a tie. And whenever it breaks the tie, I will go with that. Dust, it's a fully voiced, I have other videos of it. I've been wanting to play Dusk as well, D-U-S-K. It's a first-person shooter. But I probably will play Quake 1. But we'll have to see. Damn. The blunderbuss does not play. I just took out like 5 guys with it. I mean, like, as much as I've played, I think Quake 1 might actually be better than Quake 2. Quake 1 kind of put a blueprint out there for Blood because it came out a year later. And it's like they took what Quake did and Doom, and they just improved on it. It just never got a console release.
Monsieur Gaudin's geodesic expedition be equipped with every resource it demands. The first need is rather unusual. Monsieur Gaudin requires, for reasons of scientific record keeping, 3 literate slaves.
Who would have taught them? The Code Noir prohibits.
Perhaps among your house slaves, such a worker exists? You may communicate it privately. there is a reward.
But what will they do?
Take notes, I suppose?
Can none of the French scientists take notes?
Not if they're to carry equipment at the same time.
Innumerably. Alright, complete investigations. Let's start with this one right here.
Encore un de ces ivrognes.
That pouch must be important.
You peeling potatoes, bro? About to make something good.
Spain continues to insist the expedition wait for a Spanish ship. But we are allies now. Can they not be persuaded to allow a single French vessel passage in the name of science? We are, after all, allowing Spanish chaperones on board. Signed, Louis Godet. He does not realize the risks of this voyage. Oh yes, I still have a whole joint here. Nice. Loot the damn body, come on. Let's go to the next objective.
Alright, we are at 3 hours, so I could end this at any time.
Allez, aidez-moi.
Once the circumference of the Earth is known, we may navigate more precisely and better anticipate the position of the enemy. We will require fewer ships because we will lose fewer ships. Our cannons will aim true, and commercially, well, you know how it is with pirates and slave ships. We can put an end to nonsense by supporting this expedition. Signed, Gouverneur de Faye. There is much at stake here.
Donations will be collected to help fund the City Watch for the upcoming year.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I hope it clears up soon. So yeah, I'll end it here at 3 hours and some change. But I want to finish this mission right here.
In the territory of Quito, the mountains and plains will favorize our triangulations. Our measurements will allow us to know the exact shape of the Earth.
Egg, oval, or globe?
That is the question.
Won't the Spanish then have too great an advantage at war?
It was the only way to gain access to Quito.
You going to sleep? It is 2 a.m.
They're always one step ahead.
Now that we are allies, perhaps we will walk together.
I'm up as long as I can stay up. I'm drinking. I took like 4 milligrams of Klonopin, a Percocet 5, 4 16-ounce Bud Ice. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I just got a blood test back, and my doctor said that my kidneys are like a newborn baby's. They said that there is my kidney filtration is so good that nothing spills over into my urine, like sugar, any of that stuff. They say that a perfect result is 99, and mine is like 103, and I don't even know how that can be possible, but she always tells me about these crazy results. She said it's the equivalent of a newborn baby's kidneys in a full-grown adult. Basically, out of all the drugs that I've done in my life, it has not damaged my kidneys, not one bit. That's pretty insane. Considering my great-grandparents and my grandparents and great-grandparents and all that were moonshiners on both sides of my family. They were basically drinking moonshine as medicine. I could see how my liver enzymes would just be through the charts, like, you know, but let's blaze this up. I'll end it here. Regardless of what the poll says, you're in here chilling with me, talking to me. So I'm gonna select Doom. Not Doom, Quake 1. Continue that. If you notice on my community tab recently, for like the last 24 hours, I've paused on sharing other people's stuff, and I just share my own stuff, mostly because the power went out and stuff like that. But also made a cute little video, a short video of an inchworm, and it was on the side of my car door. I took a video of that in high definition. Let's get out of this. %48 complete with Freedom Cry. That's pretty close to being halfway. So this is the base game. If you don't know anything about this game, I'll show you. There's even a multiplayer. It is really badass. Yeah, let's go to into the base game. If you don't know anything about it, if you do, just let me know and I'll just, you know, move on. But the base game is really badass. Look, we're in naval combat already. Let's go fight a ship. Do you remember this one though?
On your mark, Captain! Fire! Damn these eyes! Fire! Fire! Taking a hit, Captain!
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor?
Ready to fire, Captain!
Do you know this game though? Have you ever played it?
Brace yourself! We're ready, sir! Fire! Look, Captain! That's where the most tender!
Looks like there's an island here.
We're on the ground, Captain! Now's all but me! Captain, swimming!
Damn, man. One of my YouTube friends, Colt, just came in talking about how video games are childish and he's leaving them behind and all this. Well, I don't care if I'm 90 years old. I'm gonna be watching cartoons and playing video games. This is so fucked up to say as a straight person and a Christian, but if I was gay, then I would be full on into that shit, you know? Excuse me. But when you're straight, You can just live your life and not let it be your entire identity. I guess what I'm saying is that sexuality should be your whole identity. Nice. What would it? Excuse me. What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? Let's see. Look at all these ships. This game is crazy. It's got me doing some virtual battleship shit right now. Let me just exit out of this. I don't need to play that right now. Cheers, bro. I'm out of beer. That's fine though. I've got a Sprite. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. I know my limits. Refreshing as fuck. No, that's a Sprite, brother. Yeah, a beer would be cool, but it would be irresponsible because I'm not just drinking beer. You know, I feel great right now. There's no reason to try and make it go higher. There's no way to make it higher than this. It's been too hard to live, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there in that big old sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change won't come. Oh, yes it will. Oh yeah, I was gonna switch games, wasn't I? We're gonna get on Quake 1. gotta pick this outfit for the next time I get on this game. I guess I'm gonna go with the old standard. Actually, I guess I'll go stealth. Alright. I'm gonna boot up the next game. Appreciate everybody for coming in, chilling. Oh, I appreciate you, Johnny. I'll see you when I see you, bro.